my drink. Let me do my dance. I got all of these girls in a rave on the compact fans. Big back with the cycle shots, looking like Tour de France. I got all of these eyes on me when I do my dance. I said, hold my drink, let me do my dance. I got all of these girls in a rave on the compact fans. Big back with the cycle shots, looking like Tour de France. I got all of these eyes on me when I do my dance. I just linked up bro to the back of the market, said I got the sweetest packet. Then I go hop on that magic carpet, and I go fly like Aladdin. Put the thing up on spots, no straight on the M-way, fast lane, whipping no lacking. She look about that timepiece, wrist look pricey, man, I get the peas, I'm adding. Then no subtractions, no got a bad beat with me, looking all frisky, putting in action. Plus you wanna pose for the thing, no captions. Got me pouring up captains. I keep it low with the bro, trying to get a little money like Richard Branson. I put her in the Emporio Mini, so I hop up in the whip, baby, hit the khaki. Getting off with it like shit on Charlie, but I'm running about.
What up?
She know I'm living in
1111 portal is open. Good night, good evening. I know for some of you it might be the morning, but appreciate you rocking. We had to come through at a moment like this.
I said, oh my drink, let me do my dance.
Because what may look like a bad thing, it could possibly very well be the thing that was just needed to get us to that next level. The level that we knew and know is always coming. Because we've been here seeing and put the pieces to the puzzle together. And all of this was the setup. It was the setup to lead to the trust layer. Blockchain technology. They needed it to get to a point of where it is taken seriously, not just hocus pocus. They needed to be legitimized, and the only way to legitimize this new asset class is by bringing in regulation. So, just like a movie or a TV show or a reality show, all of these things are scripted. Just like the events we've been seeing. It's all happening to get to the point of the trust layer, which is blockchain technology. Just look at the players. Look at the people. Everybody's connected to everybody. Even in the YouTube world. It's a small club. And they don't want what's best for you. Not even some YouTubers. They don't even know that they are leading you down the rabbit hole to a place where you might not come out. People of BTR, we have stayed clear of all of the nonsense. And it's hard to do that when you are navigating in the crypto wild west, because you don't know what you don't know. But see, this is more of just a physical fight to get to the next level, to get to the promised land. This is a spiritual battle. Crypto is spiritual. I don't know if you guys see all of the spiritual aspects to it, but I see it. Because what's getting ready to happen, Kevin O'Leary told you. Kevin O'Leary told you. Let me find this real quick. Kevin O'Leary told you, you got to pay attention to the people, the puppets that they prop out here for you to see, and to get information from. Because a lot of these puppets are telling you truth. And Kevin O'Leary was seen several times talking about it before it were to come out. Give me 1 second. I want to find this clip. I thought this was right here. And I'm sure you guys have been seeing the circulation of it. Because it's all over. And you can see it in plain sight. But all of these things are happening for a reason to lead us to the fourth and fifth industrial revolution. No way around it. One second, FTX.
All the people who don't know what they're doing are getting wiped out. That's a good thing. Now, it's tough for the investors, but it's okay, because when you take a big spatula like bankruptcy and scrape out the patina of all the idiot managers, then you get them out of the industry. That's good. What you're left with is much stronger management, much better business models, much better projects that are well financed, and we can move forward going through that. So when people say to me, what about this correction? It's a good thing. It's a great thing that happened here. And I'm sure there'll be more corrections, but those are people that didn't know what they were doing and they put on too much leverage and they got wiped out. That happens in every market, in commodities and stocks and bonds. It's happened for decades before. Idiot managers always get wiped out, and that's okay.
So Sam Bankman-Fried was an idiot who they put in position, right? And honestly speaking, we don't really know if he has done all of these things. For all we know, they could have just found him on the streets and put him in position just to play a role, because we're acting here. Somebody tell me where Duquan is. We don't know if Duquan is somewhere in Jamaica eating a beef patty, because ain't nobody checking for him like that. Let's be honest. These people play roles for certain narratives to be put out to get us to a point of acceptance of the blockchain. That's what's happening. All you have to do to navigate clearly and smoothly is to investigate truth on your own terms, come from a different perspective than what you're seeing on YouTube. There's some good information, but you can find yourself into way better positions by doing research, investigating, connecting the dots, 6 degrees of separation, and understand the foundational principles of a wallet. The wallet is the first thing you need to understand in order to be decentralized. Software wallets, hardware wallets. That is how you stay out of all of this shit that has been going on. Voyager, goddamn Celsius, FTX, many other ones. Cryptopia had a problem a long time ago. You got to stay clear. You have to practice the foundational, security measures to keep you with your wealth. You're so late. People are so lazy. I'm not just saying you that is watching, but some people can be just very lazy and keep their stuff on these exchanges after even seeing the other mishaps with these exchanges. And they'll still do it until it gets to them, and then they just, fuck, I should have took it off. Why even get to that point? If you understand what you're investing in, which is the trust layer of the future, the trust layer, the backbone, the infrastructure of where we're going to, the fourth and fifth industrial revolution, and we're talking about the same infrastructure, but different, that they had in the 1900s, the railroads and all that shit, now in the digital world. It has gone to another level if you understand and can comprehend exactly what you're investing in. Many people just say, I'm going to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is for the people. It's proud to the people. But fuck that. I'm trying to get rich. Me trying to buy up some Bitcoin coming from where I'm coming from, it's not a lot of Bitcoin you can get. So it's all about perspective and the principles, which is why they don't want us to focus on the task at hand. There's too much distractions going on right now in regards to misleading the people and shaking them out from what they don't want you to know that is happening right now, which is the greatest wealth transfer to ever occur. And you're not going to get it again. The king already told you that. Let's stop acting with, with our emotions and understand that everything that is happening is already predestined because they control it. If you haven't realized that everything is manipulated and it's all planned out, then you just want to be a sheep. You want to have your emotions swinging this way and that way. All of a sudden, BitBoy is the goddamn hero. He's coining himself as the hero. Flip-flopping like a goddamn IHOP pancake. Just flip. I've been watching it for years. He just flip, flop, flip, flop, flip. Throw some caramel on it. A little bit of chocolate chip. Flip. All these flip-floppers. We kept it authentic and real from the beginning. No deviation. We don't deviate. For what? If you accept the truth, you accept it. You accept your authenticity and you live in it. Regardless of how many people may watch, how many people tune in. You just do what you do because eventually they're all going to come back. Because one thing about it, the truth prevails. This is why we have to get to the point of regulations of the trust layer. The thing that will always tell you the truth, which is blockchain, which is that ledger technology. Not minus all the BS. Let's just talk about the facts, the real task at hand. And it's bigger than people think. You think it's about Bitcoin and XRP versus XLM, silver and light, blah, blah, blah. Baby. We're talking about generational wealth that you can only see once in a lifetime. Too many people focus on Kanye, all this bullshit going on with the racial and anti-Semitic this. It's all narratives to just think about how much distraction they have to come up with at these moments. This is why you're seeing it at a rapidly high pace. It's because they want people fucked up in the brains. You thinking over here, over there, watching this, Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, ha, ha, ha. Even in crypto, NFT, this, boom, bop, bop. Shake out here, company going under there, boom. Keeping you off the focus. The only thing you should be focusing on is your investments and how you are going to nourish and continue to breathe life into those investments so that you can get to the promised land. That's the only thing that matters. All of this is just bullshit. You know it and I know it. Some of us, we don't want to even know it. We just try to turn a blind eye to it. I'm just going to look over here. I hear about crypto, Bitcoin, but I don't give a fuck. Too much going on. But you go and watch Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank. Every chance you get, I'm going to watch him too. There's a new episode that just dropped. Oh, go figure. They took a break off and then come back on 11/11. And who's at the helm of the FTX? He called it on the head. Using the Hegelian dialectic. Mr. O'Leary. They call it, and they have to tell us before they do it, because that's just the rules of the game. Even him now, wearing these red glasses. On the last interview he just did earlier today. I think this is it right here. No, this is not. Actually, you know what? We should hear from Mr. Reeve Collins. See, one thing about me is I like to go in places where many people don't go. I don't care if I'm by myself. I go out to dinner and eat by myself. because I'm comfortable in my own skin and I don't really need anybody. Would I like people around me? Yeah, but I don't need anybody to eat with me. So even adopting that in your investment, in my investments in crypto, I go where the majority of the masses in crypto are not. And there's a gentleman by the name of Reeve Collins from Block V, who is at the helm of building the infrastructure to blockchain. He contributed a lot, helped create Tether, which is one of the backbone stable coins of the entire industry. Many people think that, USDT is leaving, but here's my perception of it, how I see it. I see USDT as the decentralized version of stable coins. It's not really, rigged like that, where USDC can probably be programmable. So maybe they can shut the USDC off. I don't know. But I have a speculation that a high possibility that maybe they could. Because remember, majority of the people masses of the world who use cell phones and, they send text message, they don't really know what's interacting, what's going on to make the text message go. And how deep are we even looking into these stable coins like a USDC when we know it is backed by Circle and who Circle is backed by and the mess they're getting into, with their affiliation with FTX. I mean, honestly, it's all planned out. It's the same, just like I've been saying, it's the same players. It's a new game. They're just transferring over. Some of these players are within these major companies and, they're just led to go over here. They're still connected to the same people that are at these companies, that traditional companies that they're coming from, but now they're tasked to build up these blockchain companies. And this is the moment of truth. I believe that we are going to take off at some point very soon. Regulations is here. They've already given the green light, as I said. UK gave the green light, also Russia. So it's just a matter of time before the switch gets hit. And I believe it's just going to be an overnight type of thing. I mean, the wild card has already been pushed in. They already played it out. But see, there's so much noise going on about everything else that they don't want you to see or even bring up, because I haven't heard anybody talk about the information that the UK put out about their crypto regulations. Nobody was talking about it. And that's a prime location. That's where the Queen was. Christine Lagarde. Why is nobody talking about it? So we're getting to a point where the trust layer is here. And regardless of what has happened, everything is going to work out for the best of its ability for us to continue to go and thrive higher in crypto. And if you're in the right assets, there's no way that you cannot get to that place. If you're not following other people that, or if you're not in a community, or just tapping in the right way to get into the right assets, focusing on these trends, I mean, you're going to miss a lot of gains. C-Dog, what up? Taurus, hi Brando, is SGX still a good bullish investment? Yeah, I hold some SHX. I heard Neoxa will be implemented on the Grand Theft Auto game, Minecraft, and Roblox. Connections with NVIDIA and others seem like it might be good. You'll be able to mine crypto while you play. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna check that out. Neoxa, Neoxa. Um, well, yeah, eventually we're moving into new economies, which are these play to earn economies. And if you saw today, you had a couple different crypto exchanges releasing, some of their holdings, their reserves, and you also seen one of the biggest to do it in regard to gaming and metaverse infrastructure building is Animoca. They came out and showed you exactly who they were, and they are tied to the World Economic Forum. So paying attention to that and who's coming out at certain times and when is a sign. And all of these pawns that are used to play out certain roles, they're here for a reason, to mislead you. If you play chess, I don't play chess, but I know that they utilize these pawns as a sacrifice. Now I'm about to tap in. They utilize these pawns as a sacrifice. So they sacrifice the pieces to play certain roles, to mislead you, misdirect you in different places. And so when that happens, people are shifting and looking in that direction when you should be focused on the queen or the king the entire time, because that's where the money is. The money is not with the pawns. It's with the pawns, but it's not, because they control the game. It's monopoly. I mean, they control everything. They can say, oh, this person has 2 billion in reserves. Nobody's really checking, especially in crypto. All that shit, for all we know, all of that could have been on paper. Right? Because we're not the ones manipulating. We're trying to get a piece. So at the end of the day, we can say checkmate. Right? And if you have the right perspective and you know what you're doing, then you can say checkmate. And the checkmating is going to happen. I mean, the checkmates have been happening along the way, but the big checkmate, the checkmate that they don't want as many people to participate in as possible. I think they don't want us to win. I believe there's like 4 million investors in crypto overall globally, and there's about 350 million in the stock markets globally. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the numbers. That's major. And you can't even say that all 4%, 4 million in crypto investors are even in hidden gem assets, because they're not. Majority of them are in the 4 assets that they always talk about: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP. Then they get to crypto YouTube, and the first things they hear is like Solana. If you're lucky, you might run into a Cardano, Avalanche, but it's all these higher priced crypto assets. And if it's not a higher price, it may be a lot going on within it that can cause for concern. And there's just a whole lot of that going on. So you're not going to really get to the nitty gritty. You're not even going to see the hidden asset in plain sight. See, they do this magic trick. Look here. Boom! Punch you in the left with the left hook. You're looking over here, but boom! Come with that left. And they have it in plain sight. And people, the masses of the world, are being programmed. They can't even see it. They see it, but they don't see it. They watch it all the time. You even talk to some people that say they invest in it, in crypto. See it all the time. Oh yeah, I see it. But I don't really like it because it's China. It's Chinese. I don't eat Chinese. I stopped eating Chinese because of Chinese companies. I don't like Chinese. Why you don't like Chinese? You don't like China companies. Why? Do you even know why? And the asset I'm talking about is VeChain. Huh? Confirmation. Phone just went off. I don't really want to invest in. Yeah, I used to have VeChain. When I always know when I'm talking to somebody who don't know what they're talking about. They always say, yeah, I bought VeChain, when it was like it was like $2. And then it went up to $2. I bought it was like 30 cents, and it went up to $2. Like, the hell, VeChain never go no $2. What the hell you talking about? You don't know who you're talking to. Or some of these people, oh yeah, man. Yeah, I've been in Bitcoin since I heard about it since it was like in 2012. Yeah, I didn't get in it though, but I knew it was a part of that Silk Road, the Silk Road. Yeah. Oh, so you was out there buying drugs and shit? No. So you tried to say you lied to me then. Everybody want to always make it seem like they've been in it so long. But really, how many people are making money out of that bunch? Not many. There's not many making money, okay? And have the track record to prove that. So with that being said, we have to focus on the right assets, and we have to have the right perspective so that we can firmly and position ourselves into the infrastructure of the trust layer of the blockchain technology. You see, we have to come to the truth of the matter of fact, and the matter of fact is that Bigger Than Race has said it and done it all the time. Duh. That is what it is. We're going to go up. Takeoff was a pawn. Sorry to say it like that, but it's sad how things happen. But the truth of the matter is the truth of the matter, and there's no avoiding the truth. He represented what he did. He was the infrastructure, the foundation to the Migos. He was the reason the Migos had that sound. He was the one that they came together for. And they named him Takeoff because when he got on that beat, he took off. He knew what crypto was. He knew about it, and he made a song about it. I don't know how it came about, if somebody brought it to him, gave him the idea, but who knows? He might have found out about it himself. He had an affinity for astronauts, the moon, rockets. And I already said this. What do we see going down in space? They got a lot going down in space, doing things that we couldn't even conceive. And the only reason they're able to do that is because of blockchain technology. That has given them the ability to do things that they couldn't do. Same thing with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can only grow because of blockchain technology. So the question is, where is your focus at? Are you focused at Kanye West and Kyrie Irving with their, bullshit BS they got going on, which is the distraction? Are you focused on the deaths? Are you focused on Tom Brady supposedly coming back to play, or he lost money in FTX, this, that, and the fourth? I mean, there's just so much of it. And depending on what you're tuned into, you're seeing different types of the news. But we got to just stay focused on the task at hand. And I was looking at New York's up. Actually, let me go back to it. I like the price of it. But if you say it's connected to all of those people, and, Animoca Brands had to make a statement today just to show you where the money is going at in regard to gaming. Gaming is going to be here. It's going to take off. When COVID was here, gaming took off. Remember, gaming is the new economy. Play to earn, watch to earn, listen to earn, read to earn. Uh, it's going to get to the point where you're going to watch porn to earn. You know, listen, all of this is being built out currently. It's either you're able to see where things are moving to, you have the vision, and you're able to capitalize on that vision and, you know, put the action in, or you just watch this shit happen. Everybody got to come back and see Brando, because you know why? Brando is on to something. I've been on to something. People think you're crazy. I know they think I'm crazy. I know they think you're crazy, but I am crazy. Your ass probably crazy too. But we're crazy in a good way, and I accept it. Oh, I accept it. I have never been so comfortable in my skin than a time like this, because I see what's happening. It's the same thing that was living in the 1900s. It's that energy of a new dawn, a birth. Think about the timing of all this shit to lead up until the 11/11 portal. How powerful this energy is. This is why I had to come on the screen right now and bless you with my Godiva chocolateness. And I had to cover my eyes too, because they told me to. And when I say they, I'm talking about the spirit world. I don't have any handlers, so don't worry about that. Only handlers I have angel wings. So the time that we are on, and the time that we are on at, is a time that evolution, truth, more truth is coming out in different ways. And what happens with the truth, you guys hit the likes if you don't mind, so we can, you know, share this and get into the algorithm mix, whatever that shit is. But I know what it is, of course, but you know, I don't really like saying it but people don't like unless you tell them. So we got to get to the point of the evolution. And today's the day. Me, I feel so good because I know what's getting ready to happen. And, you know, we position ourselves along the way so that we're, you know, in great places, and we took profit out at a certain time. And, you know, we're right. No matter how you slice it, I can speak for many of the people. No matter how the market has gone up or gone down, you are still up because of when we get in, how we get in, how early, and the principles we practice. If you are somebody who has not gotten to the point that you are not decentralized yet, meaning you know how to operate wallets, software wallets, hardware wallets, MetaMask, for an example. A lot of this stuff can sound intimidating, but it's not. Practice makes you perfect. You learn how to ride a bike. You started off with training wheels. You kept kicking. Then you got off the training wheels, and then you started riding with the two wheels. And when you got off that on two wheels, nobody can stop you. And see, once you learn how to ride a bike, you can get on a bike at any point in your life, no matter how much distance in between of you not riding. You can get on that bike. And you can ride it like a bat out of hell. Then you get to the point where you want to start riding with no hands. Oh, look at me. No hands, no hands. That's how I used to be. But that's just like the same approach when it comes to learning about the safety and security in crypto. People think that this stuff comes easy. Nothing comes easy. You know, you're going to have to be able to handle some ass whoopings. You're going to have to be able to stomach some dips in life. You ever been on a roller coaster? You get that dip. But to me, I love the feelings of that dip when you go down. I love it. Like, I go purposefully just to get that feeling, because I need to get that feeling from somewhere. And you just adopt and adapt to what comes with the territory. But you having the ability to see through the smoke gives you a set of goggles, a perspective that many others in the space don't have, because they are being led by emotion. Previously, Brando said something to the effect of stop wasting money on Wingstop, the crypto wizard. Yeah, no, that's a fact. You know, chicken wing money. A lot of times people would rather spend their money on, food or things like that when you should be sacrificing so that you can, get as much crypto as possible, especially if you're trying to dig yourself out of, a lower financial status. You got to sacrifice. You got to do what you're not comfortable doing. You think I wanted to eat ramen noodles, and stuff like that, or not just, stick to a certain diet, or to even not have a car, or to live with roaches? And you think I wanted to do that? No. You think I wanted to have to go through what I had to go? Nah, but it's a rites of passage. It's a firstly, it's a test, but it's an initiation. People that strike it big quickly, they always end up losing it. So what is the point? For you to get it, to experience it, then not have it? I would hate to get it, then to fuck it up again and not have it. Like, you know what kind of feeling that is? Like, all you can do is reminisce about what you had. That's why the journey along the way, you get to a point, then you reminisce about the shit you didn't have. You're like, oh, damn. Remember when we used to do that? Yeah, man. I ain't gonna do that shit no more. I ain't did it in like 15 years, but damn, that was crazy. Bring out the lobsters. That's the beauty about the journey to success, the journey to the riches that, people claim they want. This portal is opening up a new wave, and it's going to come in when we least expect it. Green light has already been given. It don't take them nothing to just drop the framework. They've already dropped so many, like leading up. Oh, here's the framework. Oh, here's a section of the framework. Oh, here's the outline of the framework. Well, here's the middle of it. No outline, just the middle, not the top, not the bottom. Here's the middle. They do all those games. And one day, when you least expect it, it'll pop up. Boom! They'll drop it at like 3:33 in the morning. We wake up at 6:66 in the morning. Can't even be 6:66, but you know what I'm saying. They get to the point where everything is just strategic, and people wake up and realize, damn, the arc has really closed, and it's up. It done took off like Takeoff. That's the game. Check out Seed. It's partners with Neoxa. Seed. Seed has massive partnerships. If this is the Seed that I know, see, Neoxa partners. Oh shit. No, what's this? Flux. Hold on. See, what happens sometimes is you get led to other things. 6 degrees of separation. It's 45 cents. So this project called Flux, Flux, is partnered with Lumen, which is definitely built for the fourth industrial revolution, because they talk about it on their, even on their commercials. Now seed, let me see this. CD. But is that a crypto asset? Because I don't see it on. Can we like, is this a purchasable asset? Seed has massive partnerships. Good to see you back, brother. Yeah, Joshua, appreciate that. Correction, Neoxa is partnered with Flux. Flux is partnered with Seed. Seed's ecosystem is Microsoft, Intel, AWS, and Google. Yeah, yeah. So Flux is what I saw, which looks pretty goddamn big. Um, I'm gonna do some more research on it. Interesting. Very interesting. Appreciate you bringing that up to me, though. But I like getting a lot of bang for my buck. I like going on. I like being able to buy a lot for a little bit into key assets that might take a little bit of time, that take time to build up to where they're going. But boy, will the wait be well worth it? I mean, where else can you go and make this type of money other than crypto? You can't. No way. There's just no way. So we're leading up to the trust layer of the future, and these events that have taken place are a prime example of why it needed to happen. They need certain events to prove a case, because them just putting out regulations is out of just, at the start of everything is no fun. There's no manipulation of the people. There's no making a whole bunch of money, uh, laundering money through certain ways, through certain people, through certain organizations, through certain ponds. None of that. We can't do any of that. We can't have fun, you know? So we're going to play the game, and we're going to do it up until a certain point. Just think about when Bitcoin came out, 2009. I'm sure if we find out the date, the numerology adds up to something special. Let's see the date Bitcoin was born. January 3rd, 2029. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 15, 16, 15, 6. Yeah, so it ends up on the numerical numbers that they normally end up on. And if I did like a series of videos of information on Bitcoin from the real Satoshi Nakamoto. And this is all government issued documents that are publicly searchable if you know where to search. They have people in like Maxine Waters addressed, the Office of Comptroller, I forget the acronym for it, but many key players, and talks about who, the organization, and giving out all information to work alongside with the government. Now, the truth is here, but they put out misleading information about these people who deem to be Satoshi Nakamoto. And it's all a hoax. You have a lot of these people who want to claim that title. They don't want the real Satoshi Nakamoto to stand up. Just like you don't know if Eminem is really standing up or not. Two corny guys like that's driving outside. Is XDC a must hold in your opinion? XDC is a great asset. Um, you know, but I can't sit here and say it's a must-have because ultimately that depends on how you see your portfolio and what you deem as more important. You know, crypto portfolios are like life insurance policies. What may be right for you may not be right for me because we're all coming from different walks of life. We all have different amounts of money to invest in. So in that regard, our focus of investing would be a little different. Even the assets that we would attack. If you're trying to approach this thing properly to really be effective and make money beyond your wildest dreams and to, cause confusion to all of the naysayers around you, then you have to go about this strategically. You can't just approach this trying to follow YouTubers who don't know what they don't know, And I'm a YouTuber, but I'm a different type of breed. And a lot of these guys, they don't know. And you can see it because they flip-flop in their work. They flip-flop in what they do, their approach. They'll be talking about crypto assets one day, and then leading up, be talking about crypto assets, but then they have all of their money and crypto assets stuck on these exchanges because of their earning interest on them. But that's the trick. Rule number 1, never leave your crypto on an exchange. Not your keys, not your crypto. You forget that rule. And so what ends up happening, they get their money stuck and lost, and all of their followers' money stuck and lost. And then what happens? Now you got to go and deviate to something else. Now you got to go figure out how to, be the best influencer on nodes. No. You got to approach this thing with integrity. Too many people coming on here trying to, be the most views, be this, that, and the fourth, when you need to focus on what the truth is. And the truth is, this is the truth, the trust layer. But what layer are you trusting in is the question. Decentralized and centralized. Do you want the red pill or you want the blue pill? We all have a choice. And we all have a choice to be the new 1% of the new world or to be a have-not. Everybody has the choice. But what shepherd are you following? What shepherd are you following? We can revert to the picture of the white Jesus with the sheep. Replace it. Replace the faces. The craziest thing is people don't know that they're not even going to be needed for where we're going. They're not going to have a job. You won't even be needed as a serve because remember the Jetsons. Remember Rosie, the robot? This TV show was up in the 60s. Rosie did everything. And where do you think we're headed? I told you, they got to tell you what they're doing before they do it. 3D printed food was going on in the Jetsons. And what you think you eating? 3D printed food. Some of these steaks at these hotels, you don't know what kind of meat they're getting. You just go in there, eat it. You want it medium well. Some eat it medium rare or medium. And you just chow down. It's bigger than what we think, ladies and gentlemen. There's more at hand than we even know. Remember this.
Agents, Lloyd.
Hold on. Let me turn on my
Insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort.
That's not the one. Here it is. Just pay attention. I'm sure you've heard this before as well, but I'm gonna play it because this stuff, people hear it and it just goes in one ear and out the other. They're not really focused on what's being said.
Because we're in the middle of something else going on here. Nothing to do with Donald Trump. We're in the middle of what other people call the fourth industrial revolution. Is there going to be middle class where, Moore's law, the IT, the way we're walking, artificial?
Is there going to be a middle class? No. The middle class is being wiped out as we speak. And also the infrastructure, the protocols that are going to help wipe them out are already on the blockchain. And we're invested in it at the BTR. So while all these people out here thinking they got it all figured out, thinking that the NFTs and Solana and FTX coin is the real assets, it's guys like me, the snipers. We're sniping out the future. And we want to get a certain group of troops onto the other side with us. It ain't fun if your homies can't have none. I got homie friends who are male and female. But we got to get to the truth. You have to find the truth even in crypto. Everybody wants to sound like they're the smartest guy in the room. Oh, I'm the best one who can break it down the best and make it sound smart and smooth. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nah, I'm the one. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be me and get you and show you how to get to this money. That's why you got to be careful. The truth is the only thing that matters, and the truth will set you free. And that's point blank, period. Now, let's continue.
Look what's happening. Walking artificial intelligence. Look what's happened to all the retail jobs that got lost because of Amazon now. People go to Amazon, and so all across the country, a couple 100,000 people lost their jobs. And people are worried. Truck drivers I talked to are saying, well, they're going to automate trucking. I know, and I'm not going to have a job. What am I going to fix?
Automated trucking, autonomous vehicles. There's infrastructure protocols that are designed to help navigate all of that. And it's happening right now, hidden in plain sight. If you're in the BTR, you know. And I know some people, they might look at the glasses right now, think I look like one of the X-Men figures. I forget which one he is. But the 1111 portal is here. The door is open, but it's getting ready to shut because it's not going to be as much time as people think. To get you focused on, 2017, it's going to follow 2017 just like it did. But they also, in between that, they also be telling you that, the impossible could happen, because this is a new asset class. It hasn't been. They tell you these things subtly, but you hear the main narratives. Remember, they always get you focused on an outcome, but the outcome never comes, or it does the opposite of what they're saying. The lead up to it. There's a lot of stuff that happens leading up to it, but the actual event, it told you in 2021, Bitcoin was going through 100,000. So many people were looking for the 100K, neglecting the fact that all of these other gains up to the 65,000 was right here. but you still want more. You don't ate a whole plate of food seconds, and now you want thirds. How greedy could you be to ignore the fact that you had all of this because of your greed? Now you got to bow down on your knees. Oh, I cracked myself up. But no, I'm just being real. You know what time it is. Space chain versus V chain. Get both. XRP versus XLM. Get both. Silica seems like it could be the go-to crypto for exchanges. It's already going to power HT Exchange. Yeah, HT Exchange, they've been definitely in the background for a while. Where you can buy SpaceX shares and more. Makes sense why XCAD runs on it too. Yeah, 100%. That was one of the reasons why I bought Zilliqa when I did. And I still have my Zilliqa, and I will continue to stake it and keep that yield earning and turning. DAG Constellation, great asset. The more people that use Zilliqa, the faster it gets. Amazing technology. XRP is possibly a test net. Of course. It's a pond. And great for you for seeing that. It was because the same creator, Jed McCaleb, created XRP, then created Stellar, which he made better. And remember, Ripple doesn't need to use XRP technology. They don't. All along, after I woke up from the smoke, I cleared out the smoke. I was able to see the facts. And I had to get out of my emotions. I'm like, man, they keep fucking with my emotions. Because every day I'm going up, trying to look at these videos, and they just keep making me mad. I get happy, I get mad, I get sad. And then I come back and I have hope again. And it's just a misleading dose of hopium. Still to this day. And I got in XRP in 2017. But I've since let it go. But it has been the ultimate best decision along my crypto journey. That shift in perspective has led me to make good amounts of money, but to also sharpen my tools and sharpen my portfolio viewpoint and how I go about it in a whole different way. So I'm thankful for it, but I'm also thankful that I got out of the matrix and entered into mine. See, once you're so consumed with that community, you lose sight of what's really important. And what's really important is being able to own the assets that are the backbone to the infrastructure of the new world. If you're not talking about this type of shit, I don't even know we can even have a conversation because we're living in two different places. You think I'm arrogant. I think I'm just smart and different and handsome. And there's nothing wrong with that. But understand there's levels to this. Understand that you may not see things at a level that I'm looking at it from. We may be on two different stratospheres. And I'm comfortable being on this stratosphere by myself and, you know, with the BTR community. And we get there. But you can't go about this the way that we've been going into it as a newbie. You have to change. If you're trying to get to the real internet of value, you have to change. You have to not fall into the tricks and the traps. One of the traps has been NFTs. Yes, they're necessary. They're going to change the world. But they're going to change the world in real use cases. The trap was to get you hooked on these PFPs and to create a system of earning money, but helping you neglect the fact that there is a whole engine that is going to have the future of NFTs ran up on it, powering it with these major brands that have been adopting it. That's going on behind the scenes, hidden in plain sight. See, once you change your focus, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Things are beautiful. Things are lovely. V-Chain is that dog. Definitely. Make sure you have your V-Chain. You know, make sure you focus on the things that are important. Stop getting caught up with the bullshit. I look at all of this stuff that happened as a part of the plan. And I love to get other people's perspective because I like to see how people get swayed or how they let a situation affect them. Because, you know, I'm human too. And things could affect me as well, especially when I was lonesome on my journey, when shit would happen in this market like this. I didn't have nobody to console me, to come talk to me and knock sense into me, to help me understand it. I had to go through it, lick my own wounds, and you know, keep thugging through it. But it's okay. It's a brighter day. This was all a part of the plan. It's gonna happen in the blink of an eye. Take off. Take off. She want the info. I wanted to talk about crypto. Yeah, he was tapped in. He knew. Like I said before, he was the backbone infrastructure to the Migos, which is arguably one of the greatest rap groups of our time, right? And so he knew about crypto. Blockchain, the trust layer, is the infrastructure of where we're going. And he was a pawn and a sacrifice. Unfortunately, many people come and go. And somebody bigger is going to go. There's another one coming. Another pawn is going to drop. Somebody big, somebody that we least expect. I have some suspicions, but I won't name drop right now. But something else is going to shake. If I hypothetically only had two cryptos, XLM and Algo, what percentages would you have with Algorand and XLM? Do you think 60% Algo and 40% XLM is good? Well, personally, this is how I would look at it. XLM is a prime time asset. Number one. Number two, I would look at the prices, price levels, price points of those two assets. And then I would look at how much I'm investing in those assets. How much do I have to allocate in total? And how much I can get 50-50 split. See, me personally, I would go for, I like more bang for my buck, because the more you have, the more money you'll be able to make, especially when you have assets like those two. Those are two primetime assets. So me personally, I would have more XLM than Algorand. But both are great assets. Anyways, you're welcome. I think let me play this real quick.
The fourth industrial revolution.
The fourth industrial revolution
has one big challenge. It is the holding out of the middle class, which is a pillar of our democracies. So topic. And
middle class is being wiped out. Crypto is going to save those who don't want to be wiped out. And you need to make sure you're in the right assets. You think you have time, but you don't have time. Time has run out. We've been at this for years. 2009 is when Bitcoin came out. We're getting ready to turn on the lights and take off. Question is, how far in space are you going to go? Is the question.
Keynote, there's an expression in my old neighborhood back in the United States. This may be above my pay grade. It's not above yours, though. You've written extensively on the topic that you've asked me to speak to, mastering the fourth industrial revolution. This fora defines that as change fueled by a digital revolution.
Is that you still want to be
change fueled by a digital revolution. That's what we need to be focused on.
We focus on digital currencies for a couple decades. Digital currencies for a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for a couple decades. Right.
And we think this just woke up overnight. There's no more time, ladies and gentlemen. Time is just about ran out.
Have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves on a more sustainable path. It is an opportunity we have never had before and may never have again.
You will never have it again. Never. You know why? Because us right now, we might die out. We'll have to pass this on to our kids. And that's why it's important for us to get set up now. These new economies that are being born by these gaming studios, blockchain gaming studios, we need to take advantage of. We got to do what we can to get our piece of the pie. Our piece of the pie. Our piece of the pie. Anyways, peace out to all of you beautiful people. So XRP not going to source liquidity for banks, I'm confused. Coach Reese, I was confused too until I became woke. I can't answer that question for you. All I can say is, don't ignore the truth or the facts and stay away from your emotions. Do you think Bitcoin tricks the masses? XRP tricks the smart people? Dogecoin tricks the hype beast? No, I don't really. I look at it as this. The coins that are more mainstream in your face are coins that are used as pawns on the highest degree for the masses, to influence the masses, to trap the masses, and to keep the masses at certain levels of financial freedom. You won't get as far as you think you're going to get by investing in those assets, because you're not going to have enough of those assets at those price points. And if you have a token like Dogecoin that can easily be manipulated by their boy, Tony Starks of Twitter, Elon Musk, then anything is possible. Think about how much people lost money when they saw Elon Musk going to be on SNL. They thought Dogecoin was going to go to the moon, but it was a trick. He didn't say shit about it, and the price tanked. Come on now, that could have definitely been orchestrated. Elon could have been behind that, had his people make a whole lot of money. Because they know how the masses think. We have to understand that they think about us differently. They think majority of us are stupid. A few will get through the cracks like me and, people I help see open eyes, and people, there's a lot of smart people out here, but you know, people like us who see through the smoke, because guys, you people watching me, you have to definitely see through the smoke in some form or fashion, to be even dialed into on our frequency. And this is not to say like I'm better than anybody, but you know, there's not too many people on this frequency. So when we do get there, you know, we try to cherish those people. Yeah. Finally somebody that gets it like me. I'm not crazy. Yeah. Can I talk to you on the phone? Yeah, you know, we talk shit. You know, because we can't talk to everybody. There's no way we can talk to everybody and still feel confident about ourselves, because the people that we talk to, they're gonna call you just to check in. Yeah, like I had some phone calls coming today, you know. Yeah. So what's going on in the crypto market? Bitch, you know what's going on in the crypto market. You see it like I see it. What you think is going on in the crypto market? They just call you just for the nonsense, just to try to poke at you. But see, they don't even know how this industry is even set up. They don't understand about the economies. They don't understand the perspective. They don't understand that we have assets that generate income on a daily basis because we're powering the ecosystem of said protocol or of said economy. They don't understand that. They only understand what's on the TV screen, and what's on the TV screen is that Bitcoin dropped down in price, that Ethereum dropped down in price, that XRP going through the shits, and Litecoin is doing what it does. And then now you got this fiasco with Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX. Then they just recently saw the one with Celsius, and they saw the one with Voyager. Every goddamn time something happened, I got to get a phone call. I don't even answer the phone no more. For what? For what? You ain't gonna do nothing but just try to ask me and probe me for information and try to poke fun indirectly. But see, I can see through the smoke. I understand the three types of conversations that are going on, you know? And I did a video on that, so if you want to go get the game, go look it up. Brando, aka Morpheus. You know, I could be Morpheus, I could be Neo, maybe a hybrid of both, because I'm still learning myself, you know. But you're welcome, man, or lady. I don't know who you are. The crypto end game, you could be anybody. I think the final shakeout is here. Might see 11K cyber pandemic still in play, but time is definitely short to get on the arc. Actually, listen to Kevin O'Leary here. He pretty much told you exactly where we are. And, you know, of course, he can say anything, but this guy tells the truth in Hegelian dialectic form. Where's the link at? Excuse me. Listen.
Start holiday shopping. Fun, but pink.
Not that. You got to watch Kevin O'Leary. I felt like I know Kevin in a different realm. Here we go.
You took this investment in international and U.S. I got to ask for your reaction today.
Obviously, one of frustration. There's no question about it. I'm still a huge advocate for the potential of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. I'm disappointed, like many other shareholders. It sets, in a way, though, I always try and find what is the outcome of something like this. I mean, yes, I'm a shareholder in the international. That's a zero. It's not the first time I've made a bad investment, probably not the last time, but luckily I make more good ones than bad ones, and I learn from my mistakes. What's going to happen now is there won't be another situation like this for institutional investors ever again. We're simply not going to put capital to work until this stuff gets regulated. And what is occurring, and I'm just one voice in it, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fly to Washington, and I want regulation. I want it now. No more delaying. I think this puts tremendous pressure on the SEC. I think a bill like the Stablecoin Transparency Act, which has been floating around forever, not going to signature, not going to markup, We got to stop doing this to ourselves. As an industry, it has to stop, but also it's time to move forward with regulation. And if
that is the sentiment at play, I want it and I want it now. Mr. Wonderful has spoken. But see, also Mr. Wonderful spoke before and told you I won't be getting in trouble with FTX. Knowing damn well that was a signal to say you would be getting in trouble if you with FTX. And all he's doing right now is playing a role, playing a character, playing an emotion, because he's an actor. Acting like if he's mad. In the change of style in his dress and the red frames, it all speaks to a higher power. It all speaks to something totally different than what he's saying. But I believe that we're getting ready to see something different. And once these regulations come in, ladies and gentlemen, it's off to the races. Things take off. And if you've been listening to Kevin O'Leary, he's told you several times when he speaks, regulation comes in, it's going to be a good thing. Things are going to take off. But then they also have to blind you with the smoke using the same puppet.
this is the bottom of the crypto market. A massive player goes to zero, and now you build from the ashes. That's the upside. A
massive player goes to zero. That's the bottom. And he said that several times. Maybe this is the bottom. I mean, I don't see why it can go so much lower. Like, yeah, I know it could go lower, but like, why would it? We bring in regulations and things change.
We're going to invest in crypto. I lost money in the accounts there. They have a date on them now. It doesn't stop me from buying more, and I'm going to do just that. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that most of these currencies and tokens and coins have absolutely been beaten into the ground as a result of this, and probably a buying opportunity. That's the way I look at it.
What do you need to see on paper before you would put fresh money into the space again? An actual bill?
Yes, I want to see it. I'd like to start with one thing. I don't think we can solve for every single asset in crypto. I want to do one thing, and that one thing is to pass the Stablecoin Transparency Act. One thing, because that allows us to use the US dollar as a payment system. I would use that in all of my businesses every day. It's far superior to ACH, far superior to SWIFT, far faster, more transparent, 100% audible. All I need is the regulation that forces an audit every 30 days and guarantees me the backup for this is treasury bills less than 12 months of duration. That's one thing, very simple. That would signal to everybody around the world that the regulators here in the United States are taking crypto on, starting to put rules in place, putting the guardrails on. No one is going to play ball anymore in this space on an institutional level with serious capital till we get it done.
I'm kind of stuck on your comment that you're so confident that this can be the bottom. How can you be confident of that? What do you know about CZ, Binance, BNB coin? How do you know that it's not leveraged, that there are many more dominoes to fall here? We just had someone from another exchange who hasn't even published their board of directors. You invested in FTX, and that wasn't exactly a wise choice. You said you did due diligence, but clearly it wasn't enough. No. I mean, look, I could agree. It was a terrible investment, 100%, and I lost my money. I get it. I'm a diversified investor. I make mistakes. This is one of them. But
the question is, did he really lose money? I don't know for a fact. Do you? Don't worry, I'll wait. Or is he a puppet playing out a specific script so that it can lead and play into the overall narrative? The narrative within the narrative.
And from my mistakes, this won't be happening again. If I'm going to put serious capital to work in a broker-dealer, in an exchange, it's going to be one that's regulated, that has transparency, and has the same rules of test that every other exchange that deals in stocks and bonds has. Because everybody's saying the same thing. It's great to be a retail investor and trade a few $1,000s worth of crypto. And if that's what Phoinex is going to do, good for them. But every single institutional investor is going to look at this and say, okay, can't play with this structure anymore because there's not enough transparency. I'm going to wait for the SEC or whoever it is going to be, the Fed or whoever, to regulate this stuff. This is actually a turning point for this industry. It's a maturation for this industry. That's what's going to happen.
The holidays are here.
A maturation to this industry, meaning we mature, we get stronger. That's how we can go in the AR market cap from where we are now to 150 trillion by 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the layer of trust, the truth layer of truth, which is that blockchain technology. I'm the trust layer of all crypto influencers. I'll take on that. I appreciate you tuning in. We're going to go and actually go and rest up. I know there was a couple other questions that I didn't get to. But, anything is possible. Always remember, what we see or hear is not always true. They always make it sound worse than it actually is. And be prepared for anything is all what I like to say. Be prepared for anything, but never live in fear. And understand that if you're holding the right assets in crypto, you are the new 1%. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who this is. This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms.